All right, hello everybody. This is Quiet Hopkins back again for another RHCSA step-by-step lab. This lab is going to be the start of a series evolving around the RHCSA EX200 exam objectives. So on the we're going to do a lab on the first module, which is understand and use essential tools. You can also look this up and Google this on RHCSA, and you can see the exam objectives. But understand and use essential tools is one of the first objectives on the official Red Hat uh, page. So in tonight's scenario, so let's get back into it. So tonight's scenario, you are a junior Linux administrator. We work for a company called Nebula Systems. Your manager has asked you to prepare a working directory, investigate logs, manage files, create archives, secure files with permissions, and verify documentation using standard Linux tools. So this lab, we're gonna just gonna it's gonna walk us through each kind of the bullet points in the RHCSA exam objective. So now let's go ahead and get started. We got a lot to cover here. Not too much, but all right. So first, one of the first things is, let's say in one of the exams. So let's say simple question. We're gonna ask you to we're gonna SSH into uh a server. So now before that, let's go ahead and let's log in. We're going to pretend we're logging into our system's Linux system and open a terminal. So first, we want to know who we are. So let's go. Who am I? We're root. All right, we're root Linux administrator. Let's know where we are in the system. What present directory we're in. We are in the root/root directory. In the real world, you're not going to be, but we're just this is just for educational purposes. So um, then let's see what's in our home folder. All right, these are files in our home folder. All right. So next bullet point on the objective here is to let's say we're asked to SSH into another server. And some of you may seen this before, or if you haven't, we're not going to SSH into do the SSH command. Um, I have not created another VM so we could test that yet. But to SSH into a server is just the following command. You're going to do SSH, and then let's say student at example.com, for example. That could be your DNS name. You do by DNS name, or you can do, say, student at 192.168.50.0 or .5 or something. So you can SSH into a VM with that syntax as well. All right. So let's go ahead and clear. I'm going to be clearing a lot because like I guess I have OCD like that. So let's go. Let's specify after logging in. Let's verify our system name. So we want to do a command called hostname. So this we're in the localhost dot local domain. All right. So those are little simple commands. So let us know where we are in the system, what's our present working directory, and a quick how to SSH into like a server. So those are pretty simple things. So you're gonna have a task where we want to switch to another user. So on this Rel machine I have here, we have a student account. So let's go ahead and use the command su for switch user, and we're going to specify the account. So student, and then bang. Now, normally, if I wasn't root, I would have to use the sudo command in front of that. But being that we're in the student as a student user. Okay. So let's go ahead and to get out of this, we want to exit. All right. So let's clear. All right. So the reason for this lab, I wanted to just go over this, and you're going to see a lot of repetitive commands that I've used in the previous videos that up to this point. And the reason being is, you want to practice that muscle memory. Um, you want to build that like these commands are second nature, but not just about memorizing them, but just recognizing what they do. Um, you know, think of I've seen someone on LinkedIn say, hey, just don't remember commands, just remember the flow. There's a certain flow remember the flow, the workflow. So that is very important. But, you know, build that muscle memory. So now let's get back to it. So now we learned how to switch users. So now let's go ahead and create a lab directory structure. So in order to do that, we're going to use the command mkdir, all right, /p for parent. All right, we put that in the /opt. We're going to name the directory Nebula because we work for Nebula Systems. And then slash. And now we're going to create four different directories under the umbrella of the Nebula company. Here is this directory. So we're going to create a logs, a configs, a archive, and a backup directory. So we can do that individually, or let me show you a trick here. This is do this in one command. You can do this when you're creating text files or files in general. Um, so let's do it. So let's go ahead and create that. So we're going to put our curly brackets. We're going to create a logs directory, comma, a archive, all right, comma, um, configs, configs, slash, and we're going to do a backup. Going to do a backup. All right. So we got that. That's what we're going to do. All right. So, and remember, when you're doing each of these tasks, you want to always verify your work. Get in the habit of that. I don't know if this is true, if anybody can correct me. I don't know. Do you get any more points on the exam? Or, I mean, once if you keep checking your work and verifying work, do you get points for that too or not? I could be mistaken. Could have misheard that. Please let me know. So to verify that, we're going to use the tree command to verify the structure. So I'm going to use the /opt/nebula. All right. So there we go. We got everything created correctly. All right. So now let's go ahead and put some files in these directories here. So we're going to create three files. We're going to create two files in the logs directory and one in the configs. So let's go ahead and create our first set of files. So in order to create a file, remember we're going to use the touch command, /opt, all right, nebula, all right, /logs, all right, and let's call this um, app.log. Oh, let me go ahead and remove that extra slash there. Yeah, app.log. All right, so let's go ahead and create the other one. So we're gonna do app.log and we're gonna do error.log. All right, now let's go ahead and build another file in the configs directory. So configs, and then we're gonna name this app dot conf. All right, there we go. Now, in order to verify, let's go ahead and remember, check our work. So let's go ahead and do ls-l. We're going to check one of these here. All right, OPT and a nebula, and we're going to check logs. All right, so we have our files there. All right. And we could do the same thing with the configs, and then at conf. There you go. All right. So always want to verify your work. All right. So next we're going to practice a little exercise. So we're going to add some text via redirection. So there's two different options for redirection. So we have a I'm sorry, oh, a single greater sign symbol. This adds it's going to add some text to the a file, and then a double. This amends the, let's say, for example, we want to add additional lines to a file. This will add to it. But in the case of, let's say, for example, if we make a write some text to a file and we want to add to it, but we forget to add a extra greater than redirection sign, this it will overwrite what you previously written, the existing file. So we want to make sure we don't do that. But because this is something important, to remember as well. All right. So let's go ahead and put some let's go ahead and we're gonna create some text to our application log data. So you can do this simple way. So you can just I'm gonna do it this way. So you can do echo. We can echo. All right. So we're gonna use redirection for this. So we could easily go into the cat into the app.log file and add it to it, but we're gonna do this using redirection. So let's go ahead here. We're gonna do info. All right. Application. All right. Start it. All right, quotes, and then we're going to redirect this to the /opt slash nebula slash logs. Oh, logs. All right, and we're going to do app log. All right, so here we go. Now let's go ahead and do another one. So we're just gonna save ourselves some time here and just go ahead and add another one here to our file. We're just gonna do a warning. Let's go warning. Oh, warping, not warping. Warning. All right. Let's say warning. This space low. All right. So, and we're going to add that into the uh, error dot log. All right. Let's go ahead and do another one. So let's go ahead and add another one. But this time, uh-oh, guess what I did? Remember, I did the same thing I told you guys not to do, and I did it anyway. So remember, I added this I added this info application started and added to the app.log file. So that log file. Now, let's go ahead and go ahead and remove that again. Let's go ahead and let's go add it again. So we're just gonna go back. Oh, gonna go back. We did the apps, we did that one. So we're gonna just do, all right. Oh, my bad. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. So we're going to, no. So let's go ahead and do let's do it this way, right way this time. All right, so we're gonna do an error. All right, I'll do this again. I think I overwritten again. Error, let's just say, hey, error failed. Um, login attempt. All right, login attempt. All right, and then let's put this in the /opt slash nebula slash logs logs error All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to now with the disk space. We're going to take the one we did earlier. All right. Well, anywho, let's go ahead and let's do another one, echo. All right. And then we're going to say, let's say warning. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead, make this simple. Let's copy and paste this command. Oh, copy and paste here. Sorry about that, guys. Making little errors all over the place today. All right, so now we want to append file. So we're just gonna add this to the file. All right, warning, disk space low. All right, now we're back on track. So now we want to add to our logs error.log. So we're going to add another line to this thing. So we want to add another line. So let's go ahead and we're going to remove just the text here because we're going to add new text. So we're going to have a total of 3 lines into this file. So we're just going to do error, uh, um, error. All right. Let's say configuration, missing. All right. So we're gonna add that to that. All right. Now we've done the error messages. We had error messages in there. So let's echo, let's add some configuration data. So again, we're going to do the echo command. So to make this easy, we're just going to just use this as a template, same type of context. So we're just going to do app score env and equals production. All right. Yeah, we're gonna put that into the all right configs. And then we're gonna do the app.conf. All right, we're gonna add that. Same, we're gonna use the same thing. All right, we're gonna add to the same file. Oh, did I mess up again? Oh, think I did that again. Maybe I didn't do that right. All right, so let's go ahead and add that there. All right, so let's go ahead and let's go ahead and use that as a redirect. I'm gonna redirect this. All right, so not the point that I wanted to do. Anywho, so let's go ahead and use another variable here. So we're going to use app underscore port equals 8080. All right, and then um, we're gonna append that to the Nebula configs same directory here. So we're gonna add that to this. All right. So to verify our work, again, want to verify our work. So let's go ahead and cat. All right, let's go /opt/nebula, and we're gonna /logs and app log. Input application started. That's what we wanted for that one. Then we go ahead and we can cat the nebula logs error. All right, there we go. All 3 of those are there. And then let's do the app, the conf. All right, app. There we go. So remember, you want to always get in the habit of verifying our work. Oh, so you can use Vim to add, you can use Vim as well, like I said before, but the purpose of this, we want to do it just to practice redirection, how a redirection works. All right, so now we're going to practice input and output redirection. So we're going to use the grep to search for certain keywords. So what we're going to do is we're going to use grep. I'm going to use uh error error. We'll grep error, and then we're gonna look in this slash OPT. All right, slash nebula. All right, slash logs. All right, slash error. All right, and then we're gonna grep that. We're gonna save. So basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna save only the error lanes that have error into a new file. So the output of this command is gonna we're gonna redirect the output that to the a new file called filter errors.log. So what we're gonna do is use this. We're gonna redirect that into slash opt slash nebula. All right, logs, and we're gonna name this filtered. Filtered. All right, underscore errors. Let's say I guess making this up dot log. All right, so now let's view the new file. So let's cat this. All right, slash opt slash nebula. All right, slash logs slash filter. All right, see, there we go. So we found two entries with the word error in this log error.log, and we redirected the output, used that standard the output and made it standard input into this file. So, all right. So now, so let's go ahead and append the output now. So we're going to append and we're going to use the grep command to search for the word warning, and then we're going to append the output of that and use it as standard input into the filter errors.log. So in order to do that, so let's go ahead and use the same. We're gonna just save ourselves some time here. We're just going to instead of error, we're going to just say we're just trying to search for warning. Just search warning. All right. And we're going to use the same, but this time we're going to append this. We're going to add to this. Remember, don't forget to add. If we're going to add more lines, just use that extra that append. All right. So there we go. Now, let's go ahead and cat it now and see what we get. There we go. All right. That's true. So remember, always want to check your work again. You guys are gonna get tired of me hearing me saying that, but it's true. Just it's true. Um, so now we're going to redirect standard error. So we're going to run a bad command and then save it to the error dot we're going to name it to we're going to save it to a new file called we'll figure it out. I'm just going to name it command um underscore errors dot log or something like that. So let's just put ls. So let's just say ls, just run this for example, does not exist. All right. So we're going to take this output and put into a new file. So, oh, Control C. All right. Let's go ahead and do that. All right. So we're going to take the ls command, and for standard error is symbolic. So you're going to use number two and number two. Number one is for standard input, standard um, um, standard input, and number two is standard error. So let's go ahead and do that here. So we're going to do slash opt and slash the nebula, um, you know, nebula and logs. All right, logs, and we're going to name the file called command underscore command underscore errors dot log. All right. Sorry. So the reason why I'm typing these out this way is because it's just to help me build. It helps me build muscle memory. It will for you too. Just keep practicing and But I'm sure in an exam you can copy and paste. You want to make some mistakes, but get just to get into the habit of building that muscle memory. All right. So now let's go ahead and view that file. Let's go and view our work here. So we're going to do this /opt/nebula and /logs and we're going to do command. There we go. So we used that standard error to and appended it we added it to the new file command errors.log. Okay, so now another good powerful tool is piping. So what we're going to do is we can so let's go ahead and we can do this in a different way. So we're going to cat uh /opt/nebula, oh, nebula, and let's do error. Let's go. Oh, sorry, logs, and error.log, and then let's go ahead and pipe this into the grep command and let's find error. All right, there we go. It's another way of doing that. Piping is very powerful, I'll tell you. Um, so that's how we do it. Or you can do it this original way. We can grep error and specify the file path. All right, so let's go ahead and start working with regular expressions we're using grep and regular expressions. So remember, let's just say we're going to type in grep. All right. So we're going to specify here. We use this little caret symbol. Use caret symbol and use error. All right. And quotes. Then we're going to specify the file we want to search that in and nebula. All right. /logs. All right. /error. All right. So basically, this is searching for the word error. These are lines that start with that word error. That is what these little caret symbol will give you, specifies that anything that if where it starts with the error. So these are files that start with the word error. So now let's go ahead and search for the word login. So we can use the same thing. We can just change the text. Let's say login. All right. Maybe, oh, uh, I think I capitalized the login somewhere. All right. So login. I know I had someone with login somewhere in here. Pretty sure I did. Oh, I know I did. I did not add that into anything here, so that's why it didn't come up. Uh, got it. All right. So we're going to use another one. I know what I did. I did not add that into the text into the file the word login, so that's why nothing came up. All right. So let's go ahead and use the word low. See where that comes up at. We're going to use low. So we're going to use a different one. Instead of this, we're going to use low and $sign. And then we're going to use the same here. All right. Oh, maybe I didn't. Yeah, capitalize this. There it is. So we found it. All right. So now this is basically searching for files ending in low. So um use so that's what that means. All right. So now let's search. Let's say we want to search for words either with the word error and warning in it. So and so so basically this command is going to search either or. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to do grep. All right. Number capital E. All right. So let's go ahead and use the man grep command. So all right. So so this dash capital E is to extend rejects. So we're going to interpret, it says interpret patterns as extended regular expressions. All right, so let's go ahead and quit. We're going to use that flag. Uh, let's go ahead and grep slash capital E. All right, so we're going to specify the word, say error, and then we're going to pipe and either warning. All right, all right, and then either slash OPT. Oh, slash OPT, slash nebula, all right, slash nebula, and logs, and error. All right, there it is. So we found both of them. So this is very, very powerful, I'll tell you. Very, very powerful and regular expressions. Um, now let's search for uh case insensitive. So in order to do that, we're going to use the grep. All right. So whenever you need to search for case insensitive, you want to use the dash I option. Let's go ahead. Let's just put error. Uh, this may not work because I think I did. Yeah, case insensitive. So It's gonna search regardless if it's capitalized or lowercase. So um, and then we're gonna use slash the OPT and uh uh logs and error. All right, there we go. So adding this dash I will search for files regardless if they're um like say if the error was all capitalized or not. So let's go ahead and clear. All right. So let's go ahead and practice on copying, moving, and deleting files and directories. So in this video, in this configuration, so we're going to copy configuration file into a backup directory. So in order to copy files, we want to use copy. So keep cp copy opt nebula conf and app. So we're gonna copy the configuration file to this backup directory. So we're going to have slash opt slash backup nebula and backup. There we go. So we copied everything. So remember, verify our work. So let's go to ls dash l slash opt. All right, verify our work. There it is. We copied the configuration file in here. Uh, so where we got to back up, just in case something happens, we got to back up. All right. So let's go ahead and use another command, the move command. So the move command can either rename or just move an entire file. We can use it as well. So let's go ahead and move a file. So let's go ahead and move um, slash opt slash opt uh, slash opt nebula logs and app. and we're going to move that into the into the slash opt slash nebula slash archive. All right, so we move that. So let's go ahead and check. So slash ls dash l slash opt slash archive. Oh, nebula. Sorry, nebula slash archive. All right, there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and ls same thing. Let's go to logs. There we go. All right, let's clear this. All right, oh, control. Let's go ahead and clear this. All right, now let's copy the configs directory recursively. So when I mean recursively, we're gonna copy everything that's in that configs directory into a backup or copy of a config file. So what we're gonna do is a cp command. Now they're gonna do this again, cp. All right, now recursively dash r option is gonna take everything. Dash r, and then we're gonna slash opt slash nebula. All right, slash configs. All right, and then our target is going to be the slash opt. All right, slash nebula slash backup. Oh, backup, backup, and then we're gonna create, and then we're gonna move it into a new file called configs, and then we're gonna name it underscore copy. All right, all right. So, all right. So let's go ahead and verify our work. So we're gonna use the ls dash capital R slash opt slash nebula. All right, and slash backup, and there we go. There we got it. Now, let's go ahead and practice on deleting a file. So to delete a file, we're going to use the rm, all right, dash opt slash nebula slash archive, and let's do the rid of the app data file. So we're going to remove that. All right, so we're going to specify yes. Just going to remove that. Okay. Now to remove a copy directory, so we want to remove, we're going to use recursively. So using the recursive option removes everything. So we're going to use the, uh, let's go backspace here, and let's go ahead and remove this. All right. Oh, and then we're just going to remove that copy into RM, Control E for the end of the file. So this is how it will look. We're going to do yes. No, it removed everything here. All right. So, oh, there we go. All right. So we remove that. All right. So that's how you remove files. So next we are going to go into creating hard and soft links. So hard and soft links. All right. So what we're going to do, so what next we're going to do is we're going to create a hard link. So to create a hard link, we're going to use the ln slash opt, all right, slash nebula slash config and app conf, and we're going to create that into a target slash opt slash nebula and confirm and config, and then we're gonna name this hard link app dot hard. All right, bang. So let's create a soft link. So a soft link, we're gonna need ls dash s for the soft link. All right. So we're going to do, let's let's use the same previous command just as a template here. So we're going to use the same thing. We're going to use a space dash S option for soft link. So what we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do the conf, and then we're going to change it to app.soft. All right, dash dot soft. All right, so now, so let's verify the inode numbers for the slash nebula config. So let's ls dash hyphen li slash opt uh slash configs uh, oh nebula slash configs. All right, there's the inode number. So now the hard link, remember, hard links almost are point to the same inode. So that's why the same data. So that's why you see the app.conf and the app hard are the same inode. The app.soft is simply just it's like a window. It's just like a shortcut that points to the path of the original file. All right. So so the hard links should have the same inode number, and the soft links will have a different inode number, and it points to the original path of the original file. All right. So all right, that's how you create hard links and soft links. Okay. Next, we got a couple more steps to go. Um, another couple more steps to go. All right. So now we want to archive and compress files. So we've seen this in different labs we had before. So we want to archive the logs directory. So we're going to use the command called tar slash cvf, that is create verbose forcefully. So we're going to use slash opt nebula archive and logs. We're going to name this logs uh, dot tar logs dot tar, and we're gonna target is slash opt slash nebula and slash logs. All right, there we go. All right. So now let's go ahead and verify this. So we're going to do ls-l slash opt slash nebula and slash archive, and there it is. There's the .tar file. There it is. All right, so let's go ahead and compress. Let's compress with gzip. All right, so to do that, we're going to almost use the same way, but we're going to add the Z option for gzip. So this is going to compress and zip this file. So, but we're going to we're going to dot gz. Um, um, so we're going to create that into tar.gz. All right. So let's go and do that. All right. So, and then let's go ahead and verify our work again. There we go. We have regular compress, and we have a compress with gzip compression. So let's clear. All right. So that's how you use regular the tar archive to compress to create compress to I mean sorry to archive, and then we use gzip. We use gzip for compression. You can use xzip, you can use bzip too. So you can use that different option, but in this lab we're just using gzip. Um, so we verified our work. So now let's go ahead and do one for let's do one for bzip too. So we can do the same thing, same path. Just basically what we're doing is we're just instead of the Z instead of Z for uh gzip, we're going to use a lowercase j, which indicates this is a bzip2 compression. So we're just going to do tar dot say bz2. All right. So that's what we're going to make that bz2. All right. There we go. So let's go to ls archive. There we go. We have that. All right. So let's go ahead and extract our archives. So to extract, instead of CV, we're going to use X for extract. So let's go ahead and tar. Let's go ahead and let's go back to that bzip2. So let's say instead of the C, we're going to use X. All right. We're going to extract that bzip2 to the backup, the nebula dot backup. Oh, never mind. Oh yeah, forgot this one important thing. You want to add the dash capital C flag uh to this. All right. So this creates a this option for is for custom path. Uh so we want to use a slash opt slash nebula and slash backup and all right, config compression options x xvjf. I believe it. Conflicting compression options. Oh. Ah, I know what I did wrong. Not paying attention here. All right. Hmm. Okay. Back to my compression here. Okay. No, okay. I know what I did wrong. Okay. So the bzip2 one, I did that in a different a different file here. So we're going to uh go into archives and we're going to make this config dot tar dot bz. All right, and then we're done to config. All right, okay. So now hopefully now that should now that should work. All right, so all right now xvj. So we're gonna xvj that. Oh, so what we're gonna do is archive, and then we're gonna do oh, config tar.bzt. Yeah. All right. So we're going to do configs. Oh, let's see. Oh, oh, yeah. Okay. There we go. So configs. We're going to put that in the backup. Mm, all right. Conflicting compression. What the heck did I do wrong? Interesting. Let me see something here. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, okay. I know I did wrong, but okay. I compressed the wrong one, but that being said, let's go ahead and all right. So we're going to extract. Okay, we're going to extract this one to, and then let's go ahead and extract that into uh nebula that backup. All right, backup. All right, there we go. So this extracted this into the um backup directory. So the reason that the bzip one didn't work, I'd have to go back and go ahead and recompress that into the right directory. I did not do that, so apologize for that. But I did, however, extracted. It works the same way. We extracted um, the log.tar.gz and extracted it into the backup. So so if we want to do that, so we want to do ls slash opt slash nebula uh backup config. See, so we extracted that. We just um we can, let's say we can so that's all been extracted there. Okay, got it. So everything's been extracted there. Good job. Okay, we did what we were supposed to do. All right. So now next, what we want to do, all right, we've already SSH and you switched users. Um, so again, this is kind of some of the tasks that you were doing in the Essentials command module. Hope this video, I know this is a long video, but I wanted to reiterate, remember, just always check your work. Just pay attention to, especially like you just saw me just do here. You know, I compressed the wrong bzip2 file, so that's why that compression didn't work. I didn't put that in the wrong directory that I wanted, but but we did correctly. I did correctly do the gzip extract compression and then extracting into the backup. Now, so so that's what we did. So let's go ahead and so now if we want to remove everything, clean this up, we can use a simple command. We can do rm dash rvf and slash opt slash nebula uh and then we removed everything. So everything's been removed. So this is how you can quickly clean up, and you can write a script for this too if you want to do that as well. As well. So so that's it. So um hope you guys, I appreciate your patience through this video. I know it was a long video. But again, just build up muscle memory. And I thank you, and I'll see you on the next module in the RHCSA exam objectives. Thank you. You guys have a great day and be blessed. Thank you. Bye bye.